one announcement, or two, probably one. The next appearance before the Commission of the President of the Republic, President Ramaphosa, will be on the 31st of May and on the 1st of June. Those are the dates that I have determined, so I announce them so that the public knows. He will appear in his capacity as the President of the country, but as everybody will remember, there will still be some issues that he will need to deal with, which he could not be dealt with when he appeared before the Commission in his capacity as President of the ANC. So he will deal with those issues, and then he will give his evidence and be questioned in his capacity as President of the country. I also wish to indicate that it is the intention of the Commission that his appearance will, for all intents and purposes, subject to one or two qualifications, be the last appearance, or will mark the last witness to give oral evidence before the Commission. Next week, the Commission is trying its best to wrap up all oral evidence. I said that will be subject to one or two qualifications. I will deal with those qualifications at some stage next week after he has completed his evidence. So I will do so either the following day or within 2 days or so after he has given his evidence. The Commission will still or is mindful of the fact that there are some applications for leave to cross-examine that have not been disposed of as yet, and these will be given due consideration, and where the interests of the integrity of the work of the Commission and the interests of all concerned indicate that some exceptions must be made and some witness must still be called that will be looked at. But on the whole, the Commission wishes to wrap up its oral evidence, because by end of his evidence, it will have covered all the important evidence relating to the matters that were included in the Public Protector's report that gave rise to this Commission. Everybody will recall that some time ago I indicated that in order for the Commission to be able to complete its work, within the time that we are looking at, or even last year, we would focus on what I said were public protector issues, That is, those issues that the public protector had included in her report as issues that this commission should investigate, as opposed to other issues that fall within the terms of reference of the commission but fall outside of those public protector issues. So the issue of applications for leave to cross-examine that have not been disposed of is receiving attention, and where it is necessary to accommodate specific cases, proper consideration will be given to that. But for all intents and purposes, the Commission is looking at wrapping up the hearing of oral evidence next week. There may be a few individuals that, in my discretion, I might decide might be required to either furnish affidavits later in June or appear briefly to deal with certain matters where, in my view, it's important for the work of the Commission that those individuals be covered. So I thought that I must mention this. And of course, I must indicate that we had initially contemplated that the hearing of oral evidence would be completed by end of March. That is why in the application that I made to the High Court for the extension of the term of the Commission from the end of March to the end of June, I had indicated that the months of April, May, and June would be used for the preparation of the report. That assessment had been made in good faith, and everyone knows how the Commission has been working extremely hard since the second half of last year, holding double sessions, day sessions, and evening sessions to try and finish its work. But we did not succeed in having oral evidence completed by end of March, despite our best efforts. And everyone knows that if we had ended the hearing of oral evidence by end of March, there is very important evidence that has been led in April and May, which would have been left out, which the nation needed to hear. And that includes some evidence relating to the State Security Agency. But it also includes evidence by some of the high-ranking officials of the SOEs, in respect of whom there have been serious allegations of corruption and state capture. So it was important that those high-ranking officials, that time be given, be allocated for them to complete their evidence. But by the end of May, by the time the President completes his evidence, we will have finalized the oral evidence relating to senior executives and board members of various SOEs that have been alleged to have been looted as part of state capture. So I thought it's necessary that I explain that. It will be necessary to apply to the High Court for a limited extension, but that will now be for the preparation of the report, because during the 2 months, April and May, although a lot of work in regard to the analysis and of evidence has been going on behind the scenes, that will not enable us to have the report by end of June. So it will be necessary to apply for a very limited extension for the purpose of the preparation of the report. But as I say, a lot of work has been going on behind the scenes aimed at the facilitation of the preparation of the report. That is the end of the announcement.